Film production is not only a creative endeavor, it is a business bound by legal frameworks and ethical codes. Ignorance of the law can result in lawsuits, shutdowns, financial penalties, or even criminal prosecution. In this module, we explore the critical legal and ethical principles that every filmmaker, producer, director, or production company must master, from copyright, intellectual property, and licensing to contracts, labor laws, defamation, child protection laws, location agreements, and ethical representation of real people or sensitive issues. Additionally, this module delves into the moral responsibility of filmmakers, how stories influence public discourse, how truth is represented or distorted, and the role of the filmmaker in preserving integrity, consent, and cultural sensitivity. We will assess real-life case studies where productions failed to comply with legal requirements or violated ethical expectations, and the consequences that followed. Whether producing a short film, documentary, or blockbuster feature, filmmakers must walk a tightrope balancing artistic freedom with legal compliance and moral integrity. Mastery of these areas ensures a smooth production journey, protects the interests of all stakeholders, and enhances the credibility and longevity of the final work. By the end of this module, you should be able to understand the legal frameworks governing film production locally and internationally, draft and interpret essential contracts and releases, navigate intellectual property laws, including copyright, fair use, and licensing, apply best practices for filming in public and private locations, understand union agreements, labor laws, and employment classifications, avoid defamation, invasion of privacy, and misrepresentation. Evaluate the ethical responsibilities of filmmakers, particularly in documentary and reality-based storytelling. Implement child protection measures and obtain guardian consents where needed. Recognize the legal and reputational risks associated with non-compliance. Copyright and intellectual property law. Filmmakers must respect and protect intellectual property (IP). Every script, soundtrack, photograph, or image used must be legally obtained, created, or licensed. Key areas: copyright ownership. The creator owns the IP unless assigned in writing fair use doctrine. Limited use of copyrighted material without permission for criticism, commentary, education, or parody varies by jurisdiction. Creative Commons: a licensing structure that allows creators to share content legally with varying permissions. Public domain: works not protected by copyright, expired, or waived. Music licensing: often misunderstood sync rights and master use rights are required. Best practice: always secure written rights for scripts, photos, music, and performances. Essential film contracts and legal documents. Without written agreements, disputes are inevitable. Key contracts. Talent release form. Allows use of an actor's image and voice. Crew agreements. Define roles, pay, responsibilities, and ownership. Option/purchase agreements. Secure rights to adapt books or stories. Location agreements. Legal permission to shoot on premises. Distribution agreements. Handle rights, territories, and royalties. Red flags. Vague royalty splits. No termination clauses. Poorly defined ownership of the final cut. Tools. Entertainment lawyers, contract templates, DocuSign, legal departments. Defamation, privacy, and consent. Defamation occurs when false statements harm someone's reputation. Invasion of privacy includes unauthorized filming, using private facts, or misappropriation of likeness. Legal risk areas. Documentary or reality TV. Biopics based on real people. Dramatizations of sensitive events. Surveillance-style hidden camera scenes. Guidelines. Obtain informed consent for on-camera appearances. Alter names and identifying details in dramatized stories. Use disclaimers when necessary. Secure life rights for subjects of biopics. Labor laws, unions, and child protection. Working with people demands strict adherence to employment laws, labor codes, and union agreements. Key topics: union guidelines, SAG-AFTRA, IATSE, DGA, WGA, depending on region. Work hours, overtime limits, turnaround time, rest periods, child labor laws, guardianship, tutoring, time restrictions, independent contractor versus employee. Legal distinctions matter for taxes, insurance, and liability. Insurance consideration. Productions must carry workers' compensation and liability coverage. Location permits and public shooting. Filming in public or on private property without proper clearance can result in lawsuits or police intervention. Must-haves: location release forms, municipal permits, noise permits, traffic control arrangements, security for public shoots. Risk: public property, public permission. Government authorities must approve. Ethical filmmaking, storytelling with responsibility. Filmmakers hold enormous influence. Ethical lapses can result in misinformation, stereotyping, exploitation, and trauma. Ethical dilemmas. Representing trauma without re-traumatizing participants. Cultural appropriation and misrepresentation. Editing for drama versus truth. Glorifying violence, sexism, racism, or hate. Casting bias and discrimination. Best practices. Use cultural consultants. Be transparent with documentary subjects. Avoid sensationalism in sensitive topics. Conduct ethical reviews for controversial stories. Case studies and lessons from legal battles. Paramount vs. Axanar, 2016. A fan film using Star Trek IP without permission. Leaving Neverland, 2019. Ethical debates about documentary consent and posthumous accusations. The Act of Killing, 2012. Filmmaker risked political and personal safety to expose genocide. Copyright violations in Nollywood. Plagiarized works with lawsuits due to lack of documentation. Unauthorized biopics. Celebrities suing for invasion of privacy. This module emphasized the dual responsibility of filmmakers to be legally compliant and ethically grounded. From acquiring music rights to responsibly depicting human trauma, filmmakers must manage risks and navigate laws with vigilance, understanding intellectual property, contractual protections, defamation laws, child labor regulations, and cultural respect. Not only protects your production, it elevates your professionalism and societal contribution. Art must be free but not lawless. Ethical filmmaking is intelligent filmmaking.